Hey, hi everyone. This is Shiva here. I work as Head of Sales Engineering at Fieldproxy. So today let's look into payment collection process using our Fieldproxy application, right? So before I deep dive into how the application looks like and the processes behind it, the idea behind the whole application supporting the payment collection is if you have an on-field team agent and you want them to go to your customer and collect the pending payments or monthly payments, whatever it is, it can be done in an easy way through the application where the agent will be able to pen down what all collections he has to do and he can collect them. And that all is reflected on a dashboard for you in a manager view, right? So first, let me start with the manager view here. So manager, you will be given this portal. For example, here, there's a customer, and this is where you need to fill in the details about the payment collections, right? So you need to collect, for example, a sum of 2491 rupees, and you're assigning it to an agent called John, right? And you're gonna request for the payment here, right? So now, as soon as you submit this data, your agent, John, will get a notification that there's a pending payment that he needs to be collected. Let me demonstrate that for you, yeah? So as soon as I save it here, the data is responded, and immediately on my mobile application, if you see here, there's a notification saying a new payment collection is requested. So as soon as I click on that, it redirects to the app, and there is this payment of 2491 that I need to collect. Me being John, the user that I assigned it to. So as soon as the opens, there's a couple of options. You can see the payment history, whatever is due for that customer, how much 2491 is a pending amount. And then he can mark the location once he visits the customer, wherever he's collecting the payment from, and then submit the response. So as soon as the payment is done and every process is done, the payment is collected, right? And then there's an active payment collection mode. So he can say how much amount he collected. For example, there are instances where he might not be able to collect the full amount, right? So you can submit the response that he was able to collect only 2000 rupees, etc. So that is done. And once the response is submitted, it's saved in the backend. And now the next is checkout, right? If there's some notes, right? I need to, pending payment say of rupees 500 rupees. 500 is remaining. Or some remarks he or she might want to add saying that, the customer was not able to pay because of so and so reasons. Those all can be recorded here on the visit notes. So once it's done, it's all recorded. So it's all recorded in the backend. So now again, the dashboards, that is the backend where all the data is reflected for you as a manager. So this is the dashboard and how it looks like, the payment collection dashboard, right? So whatever the payments are collected, those are reflected here. For example, we have 3 customers here and the customer name and overall amount due, for example, and how much is collected, how much is pending, and average visits, how much money has been recorded. All this is collected here. And average payments, for example, the customer, how many payments on average they're providing is also reflected. And for example, these are different customers and the payments they have done over, all this is tracked here. And if you also want to look into agents' performance, for example, we have 4 agents, John, Mark, and this manager, and there's also Raj, right? So overall payments that he has collected and overall amount that is due, still the payments that he or she needs to go ahead and still do it. Agent wise is also listed here. And also if you look on the right side, and this dashboard will be able to show us on average how much payment an agent is able to get from his customer. The data is also reflected here. So this dashboard on a whole helps you to broadly look into what is happening with the payments that you requested your agents to collect and everything, and also makes it easier for your agents to go on field and collect and update all this instead of the whole Excel sheet and everything, right? So if you have any more questions on this, feel free to reach us out. We're always here to help you out with any other queries. And thank you so much for your time. Yeah.